These are the biggest skincare mistakes that you need to stop making today. Your skin will thank you for it. Number 10 is when you pop your blisters after you have a sunburn. Well, the weather is getting warmer and warmer out there, and we're all heading to the beaches, and unfortunately some of us are getting sunburns. When you blister with a sunburn, that's considered a partial thickness burn. And inside that blister is typically inflammatory fluid. Now, it might be very satisfying to pop that blister and to even peel the skin off the top of the blister, but please don't do that. Blisters actually can be very helpful to help that skin heal because that fluid on the inside of the blister is sterile and the skin on top can act as a biological covering. And that can help the blister area to heal faster than if you remove that skin and drain that fluid out. Plus, if you pop the blister and remove the skin, it's going to be more painful afterwards and you're going to increase your risk of an infection. Number 9 on the list of skincare mistakes is using bio oil instead of silicone for scars. Now, every time I perform an operation on a patient, we give them a medical grade scar cream, and this medical grade scar cream contains silicone. Silicone is scientifically proven to help scars heal. Bio oil is not. To my knowledge, there's not a single study that shows that bio oil is helpful for scars to heal. Now, that doesn't mean that it won't help at all. It's just that there's much more scientific support for a silicone-based cream or silicone strips. Number 8 is not washing your pillowcases. Now, I have friends of mine back in college who would not wash their pillowcases for an entire quarter or semester. We're talking months upon months that pillowcase would stay unwashed. Well, the problem with that is that those pillowcases and those pillows can be breeding grounds for bacteria. And bacteria are one of the main causes of acne and breakouts. So ideally, you want to wash your pillowcase at least every other week, if not every week. Number 7 on the list of skincare mistakes is going to bed with wet hair. Now, we all do this every so often, but the main reason why you should not go to bed with wet hair in regards to your skin is kind of the same idea as not washing your pillowcases. When your hair is wet, that wetness is going to go onto your pillowcase. And where do bacteria love to grow? They love to grow where it is warm and moist. And what's warmer or more moist than your head on your pillow when your hair is wet? So if you want to avoid breakouts and have healthier skin, try to limit the amount of times you go to bed with wet hair. Number 6 on the list of skincare mistakes is not applying sunscreen to your scalp. Now, some of us, myself included, have dealt with a little bit of thinning hair. And I was actually in Jamaica not that long ago. I put sunscreen everywhere on my body and stuff that was exposed, but I did not put any on the top of my head. And honestly, after a few hours in the sun, I realized that I made a mistake. Well, even if you're not dealing with thinning hair like I may be dealing with, and you instead just have, let's say, a deep part in your hair, you want to apply sunscreen to those areas. Although I'm not a big fan of using sunscreen spray on children because I don't like the idea of them breathing those fumes into their developing lungs, that could be a very nice area to use for the top of your head if you want to cover it and you don't have anybody there to make sure you're getting everything. Number 5 on the list of skincare mistakes is thinking that the SPF in your makeup is sufficient to prevent sun damage. I think it's great when they add sun protection to makeup. Any added sun protection that we can get, the better. But unfortunately, it can give people a false sense of security. Usually the amount of makeup that you apply, even if it's got a high SPF, is insufficient to provide sufficient protection for your skin, especially if you're out in the sun. So in addition to using makeup that has SPF in it, I encourage you to use a sunscreen or sunblock with at least an SPF of 30 and one that is broad spectrum in order to prevent premature aging of the skin, sun damage, and burns. Now, number 4 on the list is applying your skincare just on your face and not extending it into the neck or the chest. This kind of is a no-brainer, and I hope that you're doing this. And if not, I encourage you to start doing it now. If you're applying great products onto your face and you love how your facial skin is reacting to it, start applying it also to your neck and ideally even into the chest area. I can't tell you how many of my patients just have pristine, beautiful skin on their face, but have a lot more sun damage on the neck and the chest just because they haven't treated those areas with sunscreen and with good skincare products. Now, the only exception to this rule is prescription strength tretinoin or Retin-A. It's important to realize that the skin of our face is typically hardier than the skin of our neck or our chest. It does much better and can tolerate stronger creams like prescription strength creams than our neck and our chest can. So even if your face is tolerating prescription strength tretinoin, I don't recommend you apply it necessarily to your neck area. Instead, go with a over-the-counter strength like a retinol onto the neck and the chest. Retinol, even though it's not as potent as tretinoin, is great for reversing aging and fighting that aging process, and it's much more easily tolerated. My top choice for retinol cream is my own brand, Youn Beauty's Retinol Moisturizer. That's our number 2 top-selling skincare product in all of my Youn Beauty line. If you're interested in picking it up, check the link right up here or the link in the caption below. Now, number 3 on my list of skincare mistakes is using castor oil to grow your eyelashes and not lattice. Now, castor oil has been used for hundreds of years to help grow your eyelashes and even eyebrows. But to my knowledge, there's not a single scientific study that has shown castor oil can actually help to grow hair. Now, castor oil is a very healthy oil to use for the skin because it's filled with healthy fats and antioxidants. But will it actually help you grow hair? The jury is still out. It might or it might not. Well, that is in contrast to lattice. Lattice is a prescription medication that you can get from plastic surgeons, dermatologists, eye doctors, and I think you can even get it at Costco that you can apply onto your eyelids that will help grow your eyelashes. They'll grow thicker and longer and usually within about 6 to 8 weeks. So if you've got thinning eyelashes and you want to thicken them, I encourage you, use lattice. If you want to add castor oil to it, feel free, but lattice definitely works. Number 2 on the list of big skincare mistakes is exfoliating daily instead of once, twice, or 3 times a week. Now in skincare, more is not always better. Exfoliation is a great thing for your skin. When you exfoliate your skin, you get rid of that upper layer of dead skin cells, and the actual skin cells will send cellular signals to the deeper layers of skin to help that skin turn over more quickly. So not only when you exfoliate do you get smoother skin immediately after the exfoliation, but it actually will trigger increased turnover of your skin, which can help to reduce the aging of the skin itself. Well, unfortunately, that has led many to believe that exfoliating every day would be even better than doing it just a few times a week, and that's just not true. If you're exfoliating your skin so much that your skin is irritated, that it is red, then you are doing it way too much. Instead, if you have quote-unquote normal skin, you want to exfoliate your skin 2, maybe 3 times a week at the most. If you've got sensitive skin, once a week is all that is really needed. And my number 1 biggest skincare mistake that you could be making right now is brushing your teeth after applying your skincare and not before. So why does this matter? Now, when you brush your teeth, if you're like me, you end up with toothpaste on your chin and below your mouth. And if you applied all your skincare before this, you may not be as likely to wash all of that toothpaste off. Well, toothpaste is made to be washed off. It's made to be used inside the mouth and not actually left on the skin. So toothpaste on the skin can cause irritation and may even increase your risk of breakouts. So I encourage you, when you brush your teeth first and then do your skincare after that. Well, these are mistakes that you can make with your skincare, but what about mistakes you can make with your plastic surgery? Well, celebrities all over are making huge mistakes with their plastic surgery, and I go over some of the worst of them right up here. This may help prevent you from making the same mistakes that they did. And remember, eat real food, use clean skincare, and auto-juvenate before you operate.